AITA for letting my kids play outside at our apartment complex after 8 p.m. I currently live in an apartment with my twin sons who are almost 12. Things are usually pretty quiet in my apartment, unless they get a little overexcited, but that's not overly common. My boyfriend has also 3 kids between the ages of 8-12, and they come over a few days a week. Things get rowdy sometimes, as is to be expected with 5 kids under 13, but we try to keep it to a minimum because of neighbors. Now that it's finally starting to get nice out in Michigan, and after being cooped up so much over the winter, they've been wanting to go outside more. Which is great because it's better than them being in front of screens so much. They mostly play tag or hide and seek, or ride around on their scooters or skateboards. Typical kid stuff. The things that people are constantly complaining about kids not doing anymore. They know not to play right next to the building, or on other people's patios, or anything like that. Normally everyone is quiet by 9:30 though. Well, this morning at 6 a.m., I was taking my kids out to the bus, and I noticed a letter, 1 page, front and back full, from my neighbor. It was a whole angry tirade about us being disrespectful and keeping her awake. I was always under the impression that quiet time started at 10, and I made sure to have them quiet after this time. There was one noise slightly after 10, but I immediately corrected it, and everyone headed out a little after that. I've also given her my phone number so she can let me know if things are getting too noisy, and I'll put a stop to it. But I never heard anything from her, either by text or in person, from her last night. This letter was a lot. Apparently she gets up between 4 and 5 and seemingly expects silence after 8 p.m. There was a lot of questioning about my parenting and lack of common sense. The 10 minutes where I had to run inside to grab something also means I don't ever supervise my children, but this is a safe area and they were fine. She mentioned that I live in an apartment and not my own personal home, so I need to have everyone inside by 8 p.m. so she can sleep. Her unit is in the front of the building, right by entrance doors, and I totally get needing to sleep, but with it staying light outside later now, this seems like a crazy expectation. She said she also reported us to management, but I reached out to them as well to further explain the situation. So, long story short, AITA for letting my kids play outside and have fun. I do genuinely try to make sure everyone stays as quiet as possible and routinely tell them to be respectful of others, since we're not the only ones living here, but isn't noise before 10 p.m. kind of expected in an apartment?